Questing is the heart of the Everquest 2 experience. The NPC inhabitants of Norath are often in need of help with a task or problem, and are willing to reward you with coin, experience, and loot. Your first character-defining Hallmark quest will come as soon as you reach the Isle of Refuge. Once you've spoken with Garvin Trelk and declared your archetype, he asks for your assistance in defending against the Gratuth invaders that have overrun the Isle. He gives you a threadbare tunic and a crude weapon to aid in your task. This first quest is the same no matter which archetype you've chosen. Find the invaders just past the Western Gate. Killing one of them should hardly prove to be a challenge. Complete your objective and return to Garvin. He'll give you a pair of gloves and direct you on to your trainer. If you're a fighter, your trainer will be Braxan Steelforge, a blacksmith working in the northeast of the refugee camp. Mages will find Mizan studying at the top of the Mage Tower. Priests must go to the fountain just north of there to speak with Nethinia Sparklebright. Scouts are trained by a respected Ratonga named Vladimir. You can find him at a tent near the West Gate. Your trainer will give you 3 consecutive Hallmark quests. The first 2 should be relatively simple to complete, but the third is usually more of a challenge. If a quest is too difficult, keep in mind that you can put it aside temporarily while you hunt for experience. A good rule of thumb while on the Isle of Refuge is to make sure your character levels up before undertaking your next quest. Also remember that if you ever find yourself confused as to what you should be doing next, just check your quest journal. Here you will find detailed information about your current tasks, including where to go and what to do. The final Hallmark quest is the same for all archetypes. While you probably completed the earlier quests on your own, this time you must work together with other adventurers to stage an assault on Grimgash, the orc leader. A successful group can be comprised of at least 1 player from each archetype, but of course, that's not the only way to play. This may be your first time in a group, so be sure to know your role. Fighters need to be the tank, using their taunts to pull the mobs to them. Scouts should wait for opportunities to sneak attack enemies from behind, while mages cast spells from a distance. The priest needs to pay attention to everyone's health and cast heals on those who need them, and everyone should make sure to activate all of their buffs. Finding a group shouldn't be much of an issue on the Isle if you're flying the LFG flag. Usually there are players waiting at the entrance to Grimgash's lair. To get there, either leave to the west and walk around the entire Isle, or swim to the northeast through Razortooth Bay. You're going to encounter opposition either way you go, so be prepared. Once you've arrived at the entrance to the cave and gathered a group, it's time to face Grimgash and his minions. Inside, you'll first have to fend off the Goblin Sparkcaster and the Gratuth Protectors. When they've been slain, a second wave will advance. This is your chance to unload and hit these nasties with everything you've got. This battle is a little more intense than what you've previously encountered. But when the dust clears, Grimgash will be no more and you'll be 1 step closer to citizenship. Finally, return to your trainer for your Hallmark reward. The glory of citizenship and an adventure of mythic proportions await you beyond the Isle.